What is going on, my beautiful people? You already know who it is in the building. It is your boy, Mr. Gerard Abdul Moultrie, here today in the building on another exciting episode of Weapons of Man. Episode 13, as a matter of fact. Oh, Lord have mercy. Boy, has it been a journey. And we're going to keep going. Yeah, we're going to keep going. Hey, look, check this out. Today, on this episode, we will be talking about what I call blocking and slashing. Blocking and slashing. That's what we'll be talking about today. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it, as a matter of fact. So, blocking and slashing. Now, if you remember in the previous video, we already talked about and we covered the 5 blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for a couple of seconds, okay, just to refresh your mind. Okay, so if you remember, we was at 1, remember this, 2, right, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now that you remember, because your brain also remembers this, okay, so anyway, now let's add the cuts into it. The cuts. And I know what you're getting ready to say, Gerard. Where do we cut? Where? I don't know where to cut. I'm gonna fucking show you. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so first thing first, watch. So 1, this is the first block right here. Now, as you can see, this hand is free just for a moment, But a moment is all you need, okay? So if we go here, I block. Now, as I block, I slash. Okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with stabbing, but being though how Mother Nature works, and being though how the human body works, you're gonna naturally want to cut. Okay? You're gonna naturally want to slash first. Okay? So let's get right back into that block, okay? So 1, right? Now we here, slash. Yes. Now, from right here, I turn 2. Now, right here, as you can see already, I have my knife behind my body. So what does that mean? What do I naturally want to do with my body? I naturally want to do what? Thrust, which is also known as stab, or whichever you want to call it, okay? But naturally, I want to go here. See? Naturally, see how my arm goes back like a... It's almost like I'm shooting a bow and arrow into the ground. So I'm going here, boom, and I stab. Okay? Now I'm right here. Now, 3, guess what? I can either do 2 things. I can either stab, or I can come around my body, across my body, and slash. Perfect. Now, this is, remember, this is number 3 block. So let's do it again. So 1, slash, right? 2, stab, right? 3, stab or slash. Now, 4. Now, right here, this is where you can kind of like use your brain a little bit, you know, or your imagination. I can either stab, or I can slash, or I can reverse slash. Okay? All right. So the choice is up to you. Naturally, what I would do is, if I was you as a beginner, I would go here. I would pick 2, but don't use a reverse grip yet, because you're not that great yet at reverse grips like you should be practicing. Okay, so naturally I'm gonna go here, slash or stab. Okay, now from right here, I'm going up the number 5 block. I can go here, I can stab, or I can come around my body and do a slash. Now, for those of you that are not beginners, that know a little bit more about the blade, we can go here. Let's go right back to this number 4 block. All right, so remember, you can slash, or you can stab, or you can reverse slash, and you can come under it, and under slash, going across, okay? Or you can come down, okay? You can see that? But naturally, I like to just be simple. Well, I'm really not simple. I'm extremely complicated, especially when it comes to the blade. But naturally, when you're first going into some kind of altercation or some kind of battle, and it makes you want to do this right here, because that's how the brain works. Remember, you got to keep training the brain until you can make the brain do what you need to do for you. Okay, so anyway, we're going here, here. Remember this slash, or you can go here, or for my advanced students that have been training the blade already, we can go across with this under grip right here. You see that? I'm using this slash grip, reverse slash grip. Or I can come back under this way. Boom. Okay? Now, the number 5, I can stab. And I can also come around my body and cut. Boom. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is, I'm going to kind of speed it up a little tiny bit, just so you can see the kind of the flow in it. All right. Remember, I'm deploying my knife. My knife goes back inside my holster. Well, I got like a nice little pocket right here in my pants. So that's what's it's gonna have to act like a holster. So anyway, so remember, 1 slash, 2 slash, sh, right? 3 stab, sh, 4 sh, shot, sh, sh, and 5 here, stab, sh, sh, sh. Okay. Now, what I want you to try to do is, if you are using the stick and the blade today, try to go over slow. Do it as slow as possible, okay? Because in a real type of situation, you don't want to cut yourself. For my people out there that's trying to get used to using knives, practice the blade every single day, even if it's just a trainer. I mean, some people like to use a real blade. Train the blade every single day as much as possible, okay? So we're gonna continue to do it again. Got my knife right here in my holster. All right, so 1, deploy, slash, right? 2, stab, or come around, right? 3, stab, or come around, slash. 4, naturally, see, I'm already here already. I want to come across with a slash, right? Or I can come back across again with an undercut. And 5, stab, come around my body with the cut, the initial cut. Okay? So, I hope this will add to your training. And remember, practice every single day. Please practice every single day. It's important. Not only is it important to me, but it's important, mainly important to you guys. If you can, if some of you guys are following me, I would like to see some of your videos. You can send to me. That way I'll know how you guys are training, keeping up your training. And always feel free to ask me any kind of question that you need when it comes to martial arts, kali, blade work, double stick work, any kind. I really don't care. But most importantly, stay on top of your training. That's what I always say at the end of my videos, to stay training, because it's very important that you guys training. Because as an instructor, when we come into class, or if we training someone that hasn't been training, and now what has happened is, now I have to kind of like backtrack class because you haven't trained. Does that make sense? So we want to keep the training moving forward. Okay, so train as much as possible. Okay, and remember, stay training.